Hello, welcome to the Tim Booker channel. I wish you all a pleasant listening experience. Today, the book I'm interpreting for you is Working Backwards. Amazon, often referred to as the company that does everything, is not only the world's largest retailer but also the world's largest cloud computing service provider, AWS, with a global market share of 32% as of the first quarter of 2023. It has introduced not only the Kindle e-reader but also smart speakers like Echo and the AI assistant Alexa. In addition to its Prime membership program, which offers faster logistics services, Amazon has expanded into the online streaming giant with Prime Video. Since its founding in 1994, Amazon has been expanding at an astonishing pace, with a market capitalization of $1.23 trillion as of the end of May 2023, ranking 5th globally. People are curious about Amazon's ability to consistently ride the waves of success. The co-authors of this book, Colin Bryar and Bill Carr, who both worked at Amazon for many years, provide answers. Colin Bryar joined Amazon in 1998 and worked there for 12 years, serving as Amazon's vice president and as a technical advisor to Amazon's founder, Jeff Bezos. He was often referred to as Jeff's shadow. The other author, Bill Carr, joined Amazon in 1999 and worked there for 15 years, leading Amazon's digital music and video business. After leaving Amazon in 2010 and 2014, respectively, they both applied many elements of Amazon's success to new companies with great success. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, has praised them, saying that apart from these two authors, he couldn't think of anyone who could write this book better. Working Backwards received widespread acclaim from Forbes, the Associated Press, the New York Times, Publishers Weekly, and other mainstream media outlets. Industry experts and scholars, including Amazon's CEO of consumer business, Jeff Wilke, and IBM's president, Jim Whitehurst, also gave it positive reviews. The authors point out that Amazon has faced many of the same problems that other companies have encountered, but what sets Amazon apart is its innovative management principles and working methods that provide a significant competitive advantage. These principles are rigorously applied in their daily work. In the book, the authors provide a detailed introduction to Amazon's leadership principles and 5 key working methods that drive continuous innovation. The second part of the book illustrates 4 milestone products and services that Amazon achieved using these working methods: the Kindle e-book reader, the Amazon Prime membership service, the Prime Video streaming service, and the AWS cloud computing service. The Working Backwards method mentioned in the book is one of these 5 working methods, emphasizing that the development of all Amazon products and services starts with the best customer experience, followed by detailed product specifications, risk assessment, and then specific development work. Now I will provide a detailed introduction to Amazon's leadership principles and 5 key working methods. The innovation capability of a tech company determines its competitiveness. In 2015, Jeff Bezos wrote in his letter to shareholders, "We want to become a big company and also be an innovation engine." So, the question arises, how can innovation be maintained consistently, and how can a large company avoid the pitfalls of big company disease and remain efficient? Amazon introduced a set of leadership principles that can be seen as the cornerstone of Amazon's management, extending to all critical workflows and functions, supporting Amazon's continuous growth. Amazon's leadership principles consist of 14 guidelines, significantly more than most companies. I roughly categorize them into 4 types. 1. Customer-focused principles. Leaders must always prioritize the customer and uphold the highest standards when making decisions. 2. Company vision principles. Leaders should have a long-term perspective when considering the company's development direction and should not overanalyze but act quickly because technology evolves rapidly. 3. Daily management principles. Leaders need to be deeply involved in various aspects of the business and encourage teams to find innovative and simplified approaches. They should also focus on talent development to nurture the next generation of leaders. Despite Amazon's strength, it emphasizes frugality in daily operations to maximize output with minimal input. 4. Self-leadership principles. In the face of company shortcomings, leaders must be willing to speak up. However, once a company decision is made, leaders should align with the broader goals and have the capability to achieve results. At Amazon, people often say that good intentions alone are not enough, mechanisms need to be established. Over the years, Amazon has been implementing these mechanisms, fleshing out the leadership principles from guiding philosophy into practical action. This is also the core content of this book. Let's take a detailed look at Amazon's 5 key working methods. The first major working method is related to recruitment and is called the bar-raiser hiring process. Many companies can maintain their core principles in the early stages, but as they rapidly expand and hire more people, the focus on efficiency during recruitment to quickly fill positions can lead to neglecting the examination of employee values and professional ethics. This can result in core principles shifting significantly from the early days. Amazon, growing from a team of 10 people to over 1 million, faced the challenge of finding individuals with similar values and maintaining the level of talent. The bar-raiser hiring process is considered one of Amazon's secret weapons. It provides a structured recruitment framework that reduces the randomness in the hiring process, ensuring effective recruitment. The term bar-raiser refers both to the hiring process itself and the core team that plays a pivotal role in this process. This process helps Amazon find individuals who align with the company's mission and embody Amazon's leadership principles. In simpler terms, these are people who can thrive at Amazon for at least 5 years and grow within the organization, as opposed to the common Silicon Valley trend of employees leaving after 18 to 24 months. Before recruitment begins, a recruitment team is formed, consisting of regular recruiters and a bar-raiser. The bar-raiser participates in every interview stage, ensuring that the interview process is standardized and that incorrect hiring decisions are avoided. All recruitment team members undergo process training, which includes an explanation of how the recruitment process works. The bar-raiser hiring process consists of 8 steps, divided into 4 phases. 1. Preparation. The key in this step is the job description. Recruitment team members must have a clear understanding of the job description to ask the right questions and obtain the necessary information to decide whether to hire. Therefore, the recruitment manager provides a precise job description, and the entire team meets to clarify the details. 2. Initial screening. This phase includes resume screening and phone interviews. The goal is to identify suitable candidates for in-person interviews. Amazon discourages inviting candidates for in-person interviews if the recruitment manager is unsure of their suitability after a phone interview. Amazon sets a ratio, believing that about 1/4 of those interviewed in person should come from the pool of phone interviewees. 3. Secondary interviews. This is the most critical phase, involving on-site interviews, written feedback, and debriefing meetings. Amazon's on-site interviews are conducted in rounds, with 5 to 7 interviewers asking questions related to specific leadership principles. They seek 2 types of information: detailed examples of how the candidate has contributed to solving challenging problems and how they would achieve their goals in an Amazon-like work environment. Amazon rarely asks vague, open-ended questions like, "Tell me about yourself," as they are considered time-wasting. For decision meeting, after the round of interviews, typically within 1 to 2 days, bar-raisers organize a meeting with all interviewers to determine whether to hire the candidate. During this meeting, all interview feedback is reviewed, and interviewers are asked if they want to modify their opinions after reading others' feedback. The final hiring decision is then made by aggregating the input of all interviewers. Once a unanimous decision is reached, the final phase involves background checks and job offers. Amazon's distinct approach is to stay in regular contact with the candidate once they have made a job offer, ensuring they don't lose out on a valuable hire. Managing such a massive organization effectively is a challenge. While Amazon's leadership principles emphasize efficiency and speed, as the organization grows, more layers of approval and increased cross-team communication can reduce business efficiency. As the author puts it, the number of employees grows linearly, but the number of communication channels grows exponentially. Now let's delve into Amazon's second major working method, known as the single-threaded leadership model. This is Amazon's answer to maintaining cohesion. A single thread is a term commonly used in computer programming where all program paths are executed sequentially. The tasks in the front must be completed before those in the back can execute. In this context, it means that individuals responsible for new projects do nothing else. A single individual is in charge of a single project and leads a mostly self-contained team. 2 key points here. 1. Single individual responsibility. A crucial aspect is that a single person is responsible for a single project. Dave Clark, the senior vice president of worldwide operations at Amazon, once stated that if an innovative project is someone's part-time endeavor, it is bound to fail. Amazon's logistics services serve as a typical example. They introduced an innovative initiative called the Fulfillment by Amazon program, where sellers didn't have to handle warehousing, packing, and shipping themselves. They simply needed to deliver their products to Amazon, which would take care of logistics. Both the retail and operations team leaders thought this was a great idea that could boost seller efficiency and reduce their operational costs. However, after more than a year, there was no significant progress in the program. It was always on the verge of being launched but never actually started. The root cause was that no one was dedicated to this task. Despite many people pushing the project, they all had other responsibilities. It wasn't until 2005 when Tom Taylor, then a vice president at Amazon, was asked to drop all his other duties and focus solely on recruiting and building a team that the project officially took off and was launched in September 2006. The program was a huge success, highly appreciated by third-party sellers. But without Tom Taylor, who abandoned all his other tasks to drive the project, it might have continued to be on the brink of launching. 2. Basic autonomy. Many of us may have experienced situations where, to advance a project within our teams, we need to engage in cross-team communication with different departments. For instance, obtaining extensive testing data for solution development might require multiple approvals from the data team. Or perhaps, it depends on whether the technology department has prioritized your project for development. Furthermore, when the testing team identifies issues, the development team's prompt action becomes crucial. Often, people focus on improving cross-team communication in such scenarios. However, Jeff Bezos suggests that the best approach is to minimize cross-team dependencies. If a team needs to coordinate and rely on other teams to launch its new feature, it should segment its functionality into autonomous, replicable, smaller components, reducing dependence on other teams. The author believes that it's this single-threaded management model that has enabled Amazon, despite its enormous size, to maintain agility and rapid responsiveness. By breaking free from excessive dependencies, innovators at all levels can accelerate experiments and innovations. Having discussed personnel organization, let's move on to how to achieve rapid communication and efficient execution in day-to-day management. This is the third major working method known as narrative and six-page memos. It's also a unique approach at Amazon. In simple terms, instead of using PowerPoint, PPT, presentations for work reports, Amazon uses six-page narrative texts. Many professionals in the workplace are likely familiar with the challenges of creating PPTs for project proposals, progress updates, and work summaries. Are there alternative formats for work reports besides PPTs? Yes, indeed. Amazon believes that PPTs are not an effective reporting tool for several reasons. Firstly, those who frequently use PPTs in the workplace can probably attest that PPTs often contain minimal text and rely heavily on the presenter's speaking skills to convey the project's content. Additionally, PPT presentations are linear, you go through one slide after another, potentially leading to audience distractions or interruptions as attendees check emails or raise questions, sometimes unrelated to the main topic. Amazon's reporting documents are quite unique and are known as six-page memos. The 6 pages refer to the length of the document, with around 3,000 to 4,000 words per page using 11-point font in Microsoft Word. This results in reports ranging from 18,000 to 24,000 words, offering substantial depth and detail. Unlike PPTs, these memos do not consist of lists of disconnected points, numbers, and charts, leaving it to the audience to piece together the logical flow. Instead, they are presented in a narrative form, much like an academic paper, featuring viewpoints, supporting evidence, and conclusions. Additionally, after the main report, these memos often include a section for frequently asked questions and answers, addressing common queries and avoiding repetitive explanations. This approach results in highly information-dense reports with arguments, evidence, comparisons, references, logical coherence, and rigorous thinking. Attendees can quickly grasp the logic, evidence, and key points. Amazon meetings typically begin with a silent 20-minute reading session, during which participants review the narrative memos. Once everyone has read the documents, the discussion begins. For the presenter, creating a 6-page memo can be more challenging than producing a longer PPT presentation. It demands deep thinking, precise expression, and comprehensive logic. Since there's no opportunity for live explanations, even a charismatic presenter can't rely on their charm to get by. However, both meeting organizers and attendees have found that narrative memos significantly enhance the quantity and quality of efficient communication compared to traditional PPT methods. Starting from June 9, 2004, 6-page memos became the standard format for Amazon meetings, reinforcing their commitment to effective communication. As the need arises, the 6-page memo format has given rise to another form known as press release and FAQs, with the press release being no longer than a page and the FAQs not exceeding 5 pages. Together, they still total 6 pages. Press releases and FAQs have become another significant working method at Amazon and a crucial tool for the working backwards approach. Now, what is working backwards? Typically, when a company launches a new product, it holds a public launch event. The event begins with highlighting the product's key features and then addresses questions from journalists and consumers about various aspects of the product. At Amazon, they flip this process around. Before any development begins, the department responsible for creating a new product starts by holding a simulated launch event for decision-makers. They present a press release showcasing the product's features and a set of frequently asked questions, FAQs, that preemptively address challenging issues. Only when the team effectively presents the product's key features and convinces everyone that it's a viable idea does the development and construction work commence. The core tools of the working backwards approach are these press releases and FAQs. The press release, which is limited to 1 page, emphasizes the core selling points of the product. It explains precisely how the product will help customers solve specific problems and where it excels compared to existing products in the market. The longer, up to 5 pages, FAQs provide in-depth product details and address potential risks and challenges. Specifically, they cover 4 main areas. 1. Customer needs analysis, assessing potential market size and customer demand. 2. Economic benefits analysis, determining the costs of developing the product, setting its price, and estimating gross profits. 3. Third-party evaluation, identifying external support requirements. 4. Feasibility analysis, analyzing challenges and risk management strategies. In essence, the FAQs serve as a platform for developers to share detailed product information from a customer's perspective. Simultaneously, they provide comprehensive analyses from various internal perspectives, including operations, technology, product, marketing, legal, and finance. To illustrate how the working backwards approach is applied, the author presents a fictional scenario involving a smart home parcel locker designed to address issues with lost packages and perishable food items. In the press release, the proposer highlights the locker's user-friendly features, ensuring secure and reliable package delivery, easy installation, and improved online shopping convenience. In the accompanying FAQs, the proposer elaborates on key topics such as estimated demand, projected at 10 million households, pricing, $299, based on a lack of comparable products in the market, material and manufacturing costs, unit profitability, and the number of development personnel and associated costs. While this example is fictional, the author emphasizes that the problems of lost packages and food spoilage are real issues. The components and technologies discussed in the case are also real. At Amazon, launching new products follows this rigorous process, allowing product teams and company leadership to gain a comprehensive understanding of the business opportunity and its constraints. This approach ensures that decisions regarding whether to launch a product, its market potential, risk coverage, cost assessment, and problem solving during the product launch process are made thoughtfully and with precision. After discussing the working backwards approach, let's now look at the final method in daily management, operational excellence. In company management, operational excellence is of paramount importance. Strictly monitoring operational metrics helps identify which projects and activities are contributing positively to the company's profitability and which ones are dragging down its performance. This becomes especially crucial as a company grows larger, as managers often can't delve deeply into every aspect of the business. Key performance indicators, KPIs, play a vital role in guiding the company's strategic direction. Operational excellence revolves around 2 key points, the selection of the right metrics and the frequency of attention. Amazon focuses on operational metrics known as input metrics. These are monitored weekly, from the smallest teams to the highest executive levels. Weekly meetings are held to review these input metrics. So, what are these input metrics, and how do they differ from output metrics? Output metrics, such as sales revenue, gross margin, and cash flow, represent the outcomes for a company. While these are undoubtedly important, they typically appear only in the company's financial reports. Amazon's core input metrics for its retail business are price, selection, and convenience of delivery. By excelling in these input metrics, Amazon naturally achieves its output metrics. For instance, when customers rush to buy trending products, sales revenue increases. When customers are willing to purchase higher value items, profitability becomes easier to attain. Therefore, Amazon places a strong emphasis on understanding customer needs and focusing on input metrics. From a customer's perspective, this translates to what benefits they get for their hard-earned money. Is your product priced competitively? Do you offer a diverse product selection? Is your delivery speedy? Every week, Amazon's top executives scrutinize price, selection, and convenience metrics across all product lines. Teams are questioned about any deviations or inadequacies in these metrics. For example, if the pricing for the best-selling product was higher than competitors last week, or if the store didn't introduce enough new products, or if there were inventory shortages and delivery delays, the team must devise and implement plans for improvement. However, finding the right input metrics is not something that can be accomplished in one go. It's a process of continuous refinement and iteration. It evolves until it can accurately reflect core issues. For example, the product selection team initially set their metric as the number of products on a page. However, this metric couldn't reveal which products customers liked. It was then refined to the number of customer visits to the product page. Yet, it still couldn't indicate product availability. Eventually, the team settled on the ratio of in-stock products to the products customers viewed within 2 days, known as fast lane inventory. This new input metric had a significant impact on the product selection team's work and behavior. They began checking other websites and retail platforms, analyzing Amazon's search logs, and identifying which products Amazon didn't have but were in high demand. Consequently, they created a list of manufacturers to prioritize contacting and a list of products that mattered most to customers. In summary, the new input metrics profoundly affected the product selection team's focus. They shifted from merely adding more products to increasing the presence of products that had the most significant impact on sales. This may sound simple, but without the right input metrics or with overly broad ones, your efforts may go in vain, and your output metrics may not improve either. Alright, we've covered the main content of this book. After reading about these work methods, you might be wondering how to get started and implement elements of Amazon's work principles in your own company. The author suggests that you can begin with the simplest and most effective step, ditching PowerPoint presentations, PPT. So, here we conclude the insights from the book, The Amazon Way on Work. Congratulations on finishing another book. Thank you all for your support and attention. Please subscribe to the Tim Booker channel, give it a thumbs up, and share this valuable knowledge with your friends. Let's combine wisdom with practice to achieve our financial goals and create a better future. Thank you, and goodbye.